So let's get right into it. I know your time is extremely valuable. So step number one in the sales process, many people, would say it's the greeting, which it is. But I'm going to step back a little bit. Before we even get into the steps of the sales process, something that must be done every day is to make sure that you give yourself a checkup from the neck up. And here's what I mean. With so much negativity and gloom and doom, and you may have family members, you may have friends that have been ridiculing you about being in this business, don't know why you got into it, want you to go back to a safe job, where you got an hourly wage, and no matter how hard you work or how little you do, you're just going to get paid the exact same amount. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you can to protect your own mind and make sure that you are conscious of what goes into your mental Rolodex. And so my question is, how do you start your day? Do you wake up, jump right on YouTube, or check the Instagram feed or the Facebook feed? Do you turn on some music that may not be promoting some of the best messages? Do you meditate? Do you pray? What do you do to get yourself in mental condition to go into your store and handle your business? So before we get into the actual sales process part, I highly encourage you that before you check the Instagram feed or the Facebook feed or go to YouTube, if you go to YouTube, make sure if you go to Facebook or if you go to Instagram, try to find positive quotes, find positive listening material, motivational videos, things that can get you charged up but also have a very positive message. Because yes, I know certain music and songs can get us charged up, but there's a message through melody. And so what type of energy are you really giving out? Is it the me against the world mentality, where if you have that mentality, it will be you against the world and be extremely challenging and difficult for you. But if you wake up and say, how can I be of service to somebody? What can I do to make myself better today that will benefit other people? See, that's what this is all about, okay? It's about the law of reciprocity. And what the law of reciprocity states, whatever it is you give out, you're going to definitely get it back. And so if the intention is going out is always me, I, as far as when you're interacting with other people, that can be a very lonely place because majority of other people are saying me, I. So if everybody's saying me, I, how can neither one benefit the other? But when we step out in a mentality of servitude, what happens is you'll find yourself far more welcome in many circles, and you'll find your relationships with customers and people that you engage with at your store will go through the roof because they can genuinely feel that you are trying to help them make a smart buying decision to benefit them rather than trying to close a deal to make money for you. And whenever people feel like what you're doing for them or with them is for you only and has no benefit to them, they'll resist it. Okay. And we want to make sure that, when we engage with people, that we do it the right way. So wake up, listen to something encouraging, read something encouraging. Reading is a lost art. They say that the average attention span today is 8 seconds. 8 seconds. And yeah, listening to things is great, but watching a 3 or a 4 or 5 minute YouTube video is not going to make you a sales superstar. It's doing things like this. It's digging in, sitting down, listening to actual training programs from people who have played this game at a high level. Okay. And train people all around the country how to play it at a high level. So first things first, make sure you do your checkup from the neck up before you go into your dealership. So now we're going to get into the steps and the road to the sale. Step number one is the greeting. Now, why is the greeting so important? For you to really have yourself a customized way that you greet each and every person. Number one, when you and your sales team members all are greeting people in the same way, what happens is if you're not there one day or if you're with somebody else and one of your team members has to step up and help you out, you want to make sure that your customers are getting consistent help. If they have an excellent greeting from you, but then they leave for whatever reason, they come back and the other team member is fumbling, bumbling, not saying and doing the right things, it can mess it up for everybody. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you really ask yourself, what is it that you're saying when you're going out there to greet people? Two of the worst questions that people ask most of the time is, can I help you? Now think about, can I help you? Okay, that's the first question. Can I help you is a silly question for anybody in sales to ever ask somebody. And here's why. Think about what that question is saying. It's saying, can I do for you what my dealership has hired and is paying me to do? And then when they do what most people do and they say, no, I'm just looking, guess what? You're stuck. And here's why people believe folks in automotive sales are so pushy. Because we go out and we say, can I help you? They say, no, I'm just looking. Now, you know that your manager says, hey, listen, anybody that comes on this lot, make sure that before they leave, you introduce them to a manager or you get somebody to talk to them before they go. Y'all know how that game goes. So you go out there, you say, can I help you? They say no. So now you're like, God, dog it. Damn, man, my manager told me to greet them. So now you're stalking the people out. They're out there looking at cars, you popping up from behind other SUVs like, hey, y'all good? Y'all need some help? And they're looking like, my goodness, I told this guy or I told this lady that I didn't need any help. And they're making us feel like, they're stalking us out like prey. Let's get out of here. Okay, so can I help you? Can put you in a situation to where you're stuck. You have nowhere to go from there because you asked them, can you help them? And they said no. And that is the natural reaction for most.
Hey, Brian Maxwell here, and I want to say I really do appreciate you stopping and checking out the video. One of the things I want to invite you to do is to click the link in the description. Go over, check out some awesome and amazing training, coaching sessions, audios, videos that I have available. Things that are taking green peas to becoming big-time producers at their dealerships, literally within a matter of days, that are helping seasoned and experienced sales professionals at their dealership take their sales to another level. So it's simple. All I encourage you to do is click the link, at least check it out, because it could be something there that can help you make this year much better than your previous years. It's going to help you take your results better than what you've ever seen, but you won't know unless you at least learn more about it. So treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Click the link, go over, check it out. Other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell. I look forward to seeing you at the dealership and at the top.